FIDIC, the International Federation of Consulting Engineers. It has a family of contract templates. Let's go through it. Why do you use FIDIC? It is all about the risk allocation between the employer and contractor. Now, what is important is who is responsible for the design of the project, irrespective of who is actually doing the design. So it is all about risk versus cost. The more risk taken by contractor, the employee has to pay more on it. So there are different categories of the books that has been used in FIDIC. Let's go through it. The first one is the Green Book, which is a shortest form of contract, and it has been used for the engineering and building works for relatively small capital value or where the construction time is short. So they have also specified the value of contract which is less than $500,000 or a construction time of less than 6 months. And it may be also used for the simple or repetitive works. In these type of arrangements, the contractor is to construct the work according to the employer's design, no matter whether the design is provided by the employer or the contractor. There is no engineer and payments are made on monthly intervals. The next is a Red Book, which is the conditions of contract for construction of building and engineering works designed by the employer, which is a construction contract. So this form of contract, which is a Red Book, is for building or engineering works where the employer has been responsible for all the design. It is widely used in all the international construction contract, and the key feature is that payment is made according to the bill of quantities, although payment can be made on the agreed lump sum or the items for the work. So the Red Book is administered by the engineer rather than the contractor or the employer. So engineer will also be responsible for the monitoring the construction work, but still keeping the employer fully informed. Pink Book is actually a variant of the Red Book. This has been used by the multilateral development banks such as the World Bank. The Yellow Book, this condition of contract for planned and design bill for the electrical and mechanical plan and for building and engineering works designed by the contract, which means contract carries out the majority of the design. So this book is traditionally used for the provision of plan and for building or engineering works on a design build basis. Yellow Book is a lump sum price contract with payments made according to achieved milestone on the basis of certification by the engineer. So the Silver Book, it is the conditions of contract for the EPC Turnkey projects, which is engineer, procure, construct projects. So these are the projects that require the contractor to provide complete facility to the employee that is ready to be operated at a turn of a key. So it is used where the certainty of price and completion date is important, and it allows the employer to have greater certainty as to the project cost as the contractor assumes greater time and cost risk than the Yellow Book. So it is used for privately financed build, operate, transfer projects. So these are the projects where the employee takes total responsibility for the design, construction, maintenance and operation of the project and wishes to pass responsibility in respect of the construction to the contract. There is no engineer under the Silver Book, as his responsibilities are assumed by the employer. And there are other books, which is the Gold Book, that is the conditions of contract for design, build and operate projects, and it is suitable for a long-term operation and maintenance commitment is required along with the design and building obligations. For example, the contract must operate and maintain the completed project on behalf of the employer for a lengthy period of 20 years from the date of commissioning certificate, which is issued at the completion of construction of project. So during this 20-year period, the contract must meet certain target, and at the end of this period, the project must be returned to the employee in an agreed condition. Next one is a Blue Book. which is suitable for all type of reclamation and dredging works as well as ancillary construction works. And the last one is a white book, which is the consultant model service agreement. And this form of contract is not for the provision of construction engineering works, but it is used to appoint consultants to provide services to the employer such as feasibility studies, design, contract administration and project management. I hope you are familiar with all the terms that is used in the FIDIC, the books that has been used in the FIDICs. If you have any clarification, you may please contact us.